Okay, so like I said before, when we talk about SATB composition, we are not always talking about working with singers, but sometimes we are. So we do have a convention for the range that we can give to each of the voices. Now that means the highest and lowest that we're willing to write for them. And this is the range. So let's go here. Let's add half note. So for the soprano, the lowest we write a soprano is a C below the staff, and the highest is a G. Now, if you have a singer or a choir that you're working with, they might say, oh, you can go higher than that. You can maybe go to an A flat or something like that. And that's okay. This is kind of a general guideline for the range. That is the range of the soprano, generally speaking. So it's a good, safe range to be thinking about. For the alto, we go from G below that up to a D. Oops, actually, if I wanted to, let's do my voices correctly here. So I'm going to switch to layer 2. Like I said before, go G to a D. Okay. So that is the range of the alto, G to D. Again, common range. You know, there are exceptions for sure to that all the time. For tenor, I'm going to go back to layer 1 here. Our tenor range is about a low C on the bass clef all the way up to a G. So this note, so the top range of the tenor is actually an octave higher than the low range of the alto. It's right here. Would be the same note if it was written on treble clef. It'd be right there. So that's quite a range. And then for the bass, I'm going to go over to layer 2. The bass is typically an E up to a D. So those are our common ranges. Bass is E up to D. You know what I do? Here's just kind of a trick. I think of the range for each of these as pretty much stay on the staff. You know, like if your soprano, if you're like on the staff and not above it or below it very much, you're pretty safe on your soprano part, right? For the alto, if you're pretty much on the staff with airing a little bit underneath it, you're pretty safe, right? Stay underneath the soprano. That's an important thing. For tenor, stay on the staff, go a little bit above it. Err on the side of being above the staff a little bit, and you're safe. For the bass, stay on the staff, and you're pretty comfortable. So I just kind of think about staying on the staff. For the tenors, you can go a little bit above. For the alto, you can go a little bit below. Otherwise, as long as you're on the staff, you're pretty safe. So those are our ranges. So keep that in mind if you ever are working for singers, but also when you're writing soprano, alto, tenor, bass type things. That is kind of a rule of thumb for what we want each voice to be able to do.